Hey guys, wanted to give you this update on Jasmy, right? I mean, yesterday was just an insane time in the market, wasn't it? It was just absolutely berserk. I mean, everything was just pumping, 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 pumping. It was crazy, right? And of course, one of those was Jasmy. Now, when I did my video, I talked about expecting um, resistance around, and I drew this line between the 25 to 27 cent area. And you can see we pumped above it. Now, this is part of the euphoria as well, right? This happens when a coin is pumping. A lot of times it'll go over the target, the expected resistance, right? And as you can see, I got this resistance by looking left, right? Look back at the history of the chart. And we could see at the top of this wick right here, we said, look, you could get some resistance here, but I had to look at the smaller time frames to actually see a bit more turbulence. Wow, look at that. Look at that candle there. All right. So as you can see here on the daily chart, right? On the daily, again, I like to use the RSI, right? And if you look at the RSI on the daily, guys, the last time we were that high on the daily, we were at 9 cents. We came down to 5 cents. So it was like a 45% correction, right? From the top. This is 32. If we took a 45% correction, 3 fours are 12, that would take us down to about 20 cents. And that is actually where I have a buy order in at about 20 to 21 cents, right? But I have to admit, guys, I mean, even I was looking at this thing yesterday like, when are you coming down? Right? When are you coming down? Because sticking to my trading strategy, I sold half, right? I sold half on a double. So, I recouped my investment. But like I said, if you are looking to reload or load back up on Jasmy, then you want to look for pullbacks, right? You want to wait for pullbacks. So we just had to cool down, guys. Again, I want you to follow this. Pay attention to what I'm teaching you here. When something gets that high on the RSI in the 80s and 90s, guys, for traders, short-term traders. If you're a long-term trader, it doesn't matter because you're holding the price. That's not going to bother you like that. It's not your ultimate target for that coin. So what you do, you simply wait on pullbacks for opportunities to buy more. That's all you do as a strategy for a longer term investor. If you're a trader, which if you're a day trader or a swing trader, then you look for these little opportunities to sell, take your profits, and buy back in with the same amount of money or even more, depending if you got some stash there, right? Those are opportunities that you can sell, buy back with the same money, but get even more of that coin as well. So I sold half, like I said, and so I still have Jasmy. I still have a Jasmy position that I'm not gonna sell. Um, so I'll let this thing run. Let's see where this thing goes, right? But at the end of the day, I got back my investment, right? At a minimum, I got back my investment. That's a good habit to have. Sell half on a double. Okay. So what are we looking at here? I mean, once again, if we were to get a 40% cool down just from this, like I said, last time we were there on the daily, we got a major cool down. Now, this is what we want to see. We want to see, to be honest, this thing could come all the way, like I said, and I was talking about that earlier, it could come all the way back down to 14 cents, which was where we broke out in the first place, right? But from 14 cents to 33 cents, that's pretty much 20 cents, a 50% retracement of that distance as well is somewhere around 21. So those numbers keep coming up for me in a lot of different ways, right? Somewhere around 20 to 21 cents. We needed we needed a cool down, guys, like big time, right? We needed it. Right? There's no doubt we needed this thing because, like I said, that's on the daily. So we're super oversold on the daily. On the 4 hourly, even worse, right? Look at where we're going now, right? I think we're heading down. We want to bounce off of this again, a bounce off of the median on the Bollinger Band would be around what 19 cents or so, right? So again, that 19-20 cent range makes sense, right? We look right here, top of this wick, and then the bottom of this wick. So there's a lot of confluence around that 18 to 20 cent area. Um, right, but if we end up in an extended cool down period, like I said, we could come as low as 13-14 cents. If we drop below this area, below 9 cents, then we might be looking at an extended cool down period, right? I don't think it's not the end of Jasmy's run if that happens. I think it's just a bit of an extra waiting time then, um, before it's ready to really move back up. But let's just stick to the primary levels first, okay? Because that's not a must, but it's always important to look at the scenario. So if this happens, then you know what? It's a time for you to back up the truck and load up even more if that be the case, right? So you can look out for that. All right, so that's what we're looking at for Jasmy, guys. I wanted to get this specific video out. I wanted to do it quickly because I have some other updates to do on other coins as well. All right, so that's what we're looking for ultimately. Like I said, we're out. Here it is again, just outside of the Bollinger Band, even on the daily. Right now, the median point on the daily is 11 cents. So normally we get a bounce off of that median, right? Especially if we're in an uptrend, we get a bounce off of the median. So this median will continue to come up. Hopefully it's around over the next couple of days that gets about 15 cents or so. We could be, what's that? 15, 16 cents right here. 18, 19 cents. Yeah. A lot of that is kind of around this area, right? So let's see how that goes. All right. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks again. Take care.